The assassination of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, remains one of the most haunting and consequential events in American history. Lincoln's unwavering commitment to preserving the Union and ending slavery made him a figurehead of hope and change during a tumultuous era. However, it also sparked the wrath of a man whose actions would forever alter the course of the nation. This video delves into the why and how of President Lincoln's assassination, shedding light on the tragic tale that unfolded on that fateful night. The atmosphere of divisiveness. The backdrop against which President Lincoln's assassination took place was one of deep divisiveness. The Civil War raged on, pitting the North against the South in a bitter struggle over states' rights, slavery, and the future of the Union. Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, issued in 1863, further fueled the animosity, as many in the South viewed it as a direct attack on their way of life and economic system. John Wilkes Booth, the assassin. John Wilkes Booth, a prominent stage actor and ardent supporter of the Confederacy, became increasingly disillusioned with the Union's growing power and Lincoln's role in it. A fervent Confederate sympathizer, Booth believed that by assassinating the president, he could plunge the nation into chaos, and potentially reverse the outcome of the war. Driven by his misguided notions of glory and redemption, he began plotting his heinous act. The plot unfolds. Booth's initial plan was to kidnap President Lincoln in order to exchange him for captured Confederate soldiers. However, as the war neared its end, Booth became desperate and convinced that a grander act was needed to revive the Confederate cause. He hatched a sinister conspiracy that involved not just the assassination of Lincoln but also attacks on other key members of the government, including Vice President Andrew Johnson and Secretary of State William H. Seward. The night of tragedy. On the evening of April 14, 1865, Booth's conspiracy was set into motion. He learned that President Lincoln would attend Ford's Theater to watch a play, Our American Cousin. Seizing this opportunity, Booth made his way to the theater, lurking in the shadows, and carefully biding his time. At around 10:15 p.m., Booth slipped into Lincoln's private box and fired a single shot into the back of the president's head. Chaos ensued as Booth leaped onto the stage, proclaiming, "Sic semper tyrannis. Thus always to tyrants," before fleeing into the night. The aftermath and legacy. The assassination of President Abraham Lincoln sent shockwaves throughout the nation. Lincoln succumbed to his injuries the next morning, plunging the country into mourning. John Wilkes Booth's escape, fueled by a network of sympathizers, resulted in a 12-day manhunt that ended with Booth's death in a barn shootout. In the aftermath, President Andrew Johnson took office, but the nation's wounds were far from healed. The Reconstruction era was fraught with further strife and division, delaying the process of national reconciliation. Abraham Lincoln's assassination is a stark reminder of the deep-rooted consequences of hatred, intolerance, and the price of political extremism. His loss was felt not just by the North but by the entire nation, as Lincoln had endeavored to foster unity and healing during the post-war period. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln was a dark chapter in American history, forever altering the course of the nation's trajectory. The tragic event highlights the consequences of extremism, division, and the need for empathy and unity during times of turmoil. Today, Lincoln's legacy lives on as a symbol of leadership, courage, and the enduring pursuit of a more perfect union, inspiring generations to come.